Hi there, and today we're looking at classic Spaceman colours. Now, when minifigures were first launched in 1978, the only colours you could get classic Spacemen in were the white and the red. I think my first one that I owned was a white one from the little Space Buggy set, which was set 886, and that just had one white guy in it. Then the next year, in 1979, the yellow guys were released, so you then had three colours. This set, 6701, was released in 1983, and you got two of each in it. This is one of my prized possessions. It's never been opened. It's a little bit tatty, but I still am very proud to own it. And you can see what you got on the back. See two yellow, two white, two red with their appropriately coloured air tanks and a couple of different accessories to go with them. So, like I said, that was all you had originally. Then a little bit later on in 1984, you got the blue and the black Spacemen that came along too. And of course, the blue Spaceman was made famous from the Lego movie with Benny. But since the classic space era finished, there's been a few other releases of classic Spacemen in various different types. Now, generally, they were the same colour. So this is a set from 2014, and it again has a classic Spaceman in it, but he's got the newer style helmet. You can see these were the old helmets with the chin straps that used to break, hence Benny always had his broken, cracked chin strap on his helmet. So this is a set from 2014 with the new style helmet on it, and likewise this is a magnet released again with the new style helmet. But until fairly recently, these were the only ones you had. They re-released a black one in a minifigure pack as well. But then, all of a sudden, there was a Lego Ideas set, which was called Exosuit. It was Ideas set number 7 in 2014. And all of a sudden, we got some green classic Spacemen. Now, there's two of them. I'll lift their visors up so you can see them better. And these two had names. So this chap here is called Pete, and this young lady is called Eve. And it was a brand new colour for classic space, and we had green spacemen with their correct coloured tanks, but again the new style helmet. But that's okay, we got a brand new colour. Then a little bit later on in 2017, we didn't get a whole classic space man. In series 17 collectible minifigures, we got this little guy who's called Rocket Boy. Now, he doesn't look anything to do with classic space apart from waving his flag that he's made. He's obviously a fan of classic space Lego, until you take his rocket off, and you'll find he's got a blue-grey classic space torso. Now, I've seen some people have made a complete classic spaceman out of this. Of course, you can put a regular face on him. You can get some bluish grey trousers and hands to go with it, and a bluish grey helmet. The only problem is they haven't made bluish grey air tanks yet. So the only thing you can do is get an original grey air tank, which you used to get a lot in the classic space era. They used to come as accessories. That buggy I mentioned, set 886, had a spare grey air tank on the front of it, just in front of the steering wheel. So it's not a complete Spaceman, but you got a classic space logo on a different colour with the Rocket Boy. So there's him. Then, of course, after the Lego movie, which made Benny famous, and there you can see his pretend broken chin strap. It's not actually broken, it's just made to look as if it's broken, because they used to break in the 70s. We got Benny and his faded gold logo on his chest. But recently you got this set, which was Benny's Space Squad. That was in 2019 after the Lego Movie 2. And in that you got Benny in a classic colour. You got Kenny, I'll move him over, in yellow. So he's 1979 colour. You got Jenny, original white. And you'll notice these all got original style helmets, but the chin straps are just a little bit thicker than they used to be back in the 70s and 80s, so they don't break like they used to. So we've got Benny, Kenny and Jenny, but we got Lenny, And we've got a brand new colour in bright pink, which is a great colour. Again, appropriately coloured air tanks, little accessory, logo on his chest. So there we have another colour. So these are our non-original colours. We've got a green, a bluish grey and a pink. And the reason I'm making this video is just arrived in the post. I've had it on order for months. Is this. Yes, it's the new edition of the Lego Minifigure Visual History. And lo and behold, what have we got? A bright orange classic Spaceman. Now, when they had the artwork done for this book, they'd obviously not quite made the orange helmets and air tanks yet, because you can see that strange texture on them. Obviously, someone had just got a classic Spaceman helmet and air tanks and painted them orange, whereas they did have orange torsos. So they've got a torso with a classic space logo printed on top of it, but you've got that weird texture on the photograph, which really shows up as it's so massive on the front of the box. But we've got an actual classic Spaceman in its little plastic bubble, so we're going to get him out and have a look at him. So when you open up the first page, which is an incredibly thick page, you see the back of the little plastic bubble, and hopefully I can just get my finger under this tab and pop it open. And inside, if we move our book out of the way, in all its orangey glory, we have there a little orange classic space guy, and you can see his helmet and his air tanks don't have the strange texture that they do on the photo, but we've got a new orange Spaceman. So here's all the non-original colours. We've got Pete from the Exosuit set, and then his friend Eve, who helps drive the Exosuit with him. Then we had Rocket Boy from 2017. I've added some hair on him. He was looking a little bit sad without any hair on. Then of course we had Lenny in pink from the Lego Movie 2. And now our unnamed brand new orange classic Spaceman. So there we have green, bluish grey, pink and orange, all the colours that they've made since our original set, and we're well on our way to a nice sort of classic Spaceman rainbow with there's our blue Lenny. There's a white one and yellow one from Lego Movie. So do you think this is a thing Lego are going to continue doing, bring out different colours of classic Spacemen? What colour do you think they're going to bring out next, or what colour would you like to see them bring out? Let me know in the comments below. And subscribe for more Lego videos.